that Meghan and Harry, when they were at the funeral for the Queen, felt like they hadn't been received well. They weren't getting the respect that they were owed or due. Yet at the same time, there is this memoir that is looming of Harry's that's coming out early next year. There are podcasts. There was the Oprah Bombshell interview. One could see why they weren't warmly received at the Queen's funeral, right?
Oh, sure.
Just how many bombshells does the royal family need to worry about that could be included in this memoir of Harry's?
God knows. I mean, this is going to be another, series of grenades they're tossing into the palace. I mean, they're just terrified, the royal family, Charles and Camilla and the rest of them, about what Harry could say, particularly since I understand so much of it has to do with his upbringing, the marriage of Charles and Diana, and it's all viewed through his lens. But don't forget, Harry was always the rebel prince, He had a drug problem as a teenager. He wore a Nazi uniform to a costume party. He made remarks that were interpreted as anti-Muslim. In all of these cases, his father really came to his rescue. But now I think they've gone a step too far in terms of what Charles is willing to put up with. We'll have to wait and see if they can bridge the gap. The trouble is Charles has got to take this monarchy in the direction he wants it to go, and for that to happen, I think he's always felt he needs all hands on deck, and that would include Meghan and Harry. And I think Charles feels betrayed because in the beginning, the royal family really embraced Meghan. If you remember those wonderful pictures of the Queen on her first trip with Meghan, and they're on the royal train, they're going to Northwest England, they're laughing, they really hit it off. And there's a lot of warmth there that I think surprised a lot of people, this instant rapport. It was Charles who walked Meghan down the second half of the aisle when her father wouldn't show up. It was Charles who befriended Doria Raglan, Meghan's mother. They really seemed to have clicked. And so now to have her say the things she's saying, and sort of turn on them in this sense, I think is very hurtful.
But also, according to reporting in your book, it's been said by many sources that Charles was the one who was speculating what their first child would look like, what kind of hair, what kind of skin color.
That's true. But I think that was, again, in their defense, it was a casual remark made at the very beginning of the relationship, and of two people just looking at what their grandchildren might look like, and so
and it was twisted
and contorted. Absolutely, it was by these kind of shadowy figures that exist within the structure of the monarchy and the various competing palaces.